The cat and mouse in partnership. A cat, having made acquaintance with a mouse, professed such great love and friendship for her that the mouse at last agreed that they should live and keep house together. "We must make provision for the winter," said the cat, "or we shall suffer hunger. And you, little mouse, must not stir out, or you will be caught in a trap." So shouldn't go outside and poke around too much. And I suppose, I don't think that's a reference to a mousetrap, but to, in wintertime, there will be snare traps and stuff like that to catch animals. So kind of, it's not like hunting with a gun, but it's hunting with other little mechanisms to catch rabbits, for example. So the cat's worried that the mouse will run into one of these wintertime traps. So they took counsel together and bought a little pot of fat. Then they could not tell where to put it for safety, but after long consideration the cat said there could not be a better place than the church, for nobody would steal there. And they decided to put it under the altar and not touch it until they were really in want, until they were really hungry. So the little pot was placed in safety, but before long the cat was seized with a great wish to taste it. "Listen to me, little mouse," said he. "I have been asked by my cousin to stand godfather to a little son she has brought into the world. He is white with brown spots, and they want to have the christening today. So let me go to it, and you stay at home and keep house." "Oh yes, certainly," answered the mouse. "Pray go, by all means. And when you are feasting on all the good things, think of me. I should so like a drop of the sweet red wine." So I guess there's like a little, I don't know if, so it's a christening, so maybe it is a little bit of a, there's a little bit of a party, like there would be a ceremony, but maybe there's also a bit of kind of like a get together. Everybody has lunch or something like that. Not like a party. And the wine, the wine that the mouse is talking about would be like a ceremonial goblet of wine that might be passed around, something like that. I'm not sure how it would work. I'm not sure what, presumably some version of Christianity in this, so I don't understand enough about it to say. But there was not a word of truth in all this. The cat had no cousin and had not been asked to stand godfather. He went to the church, straight up to the little pot, and licked the fat off the top. You'd think maybe he'd get a chance to taste a little bit before they put it away. Then he took a walk over the roofs of the town, saw his acquaintances, stretched himself in the sun, and licked his whiskers as often as he thought of the little pot of fat. And then, when it was the evening, he went home. "Here you are at last," said the mouse. "I expect you have had a merry time." "Oh, pretty well," answered the cat. "And what name did you give the child?" asked the mouse. "Top Off," answered the cat dryly. "Top Off," cried the mouse. "That's a singular and wonderful name. Is it common in your family?" "What does it matter? What does it matter?" said the cat. "It is not any worse than Crumb Picker, like your godchild." Ooh. A little time after this, the cat was again seized with a longing for the pot of fat. "Again I must ask you," said he to the mouse, "to do me a favor and keep house alone for a day. I have been asked a second time to stand godfather, and as the little one has a white ring around its neck, I cannot well refuse." I'm not sure. I don't think that's a literal ring, so there was a different kind of. So over here we had a cat that was white with brown spots. So maybe this is like a brown cat with a white fur around its neck. Who knows? Let's see. So the kind little mouse consented, and the cat crept along by the town wall until he reached the church, where he went straight to the little pot of fat and ate half of it. "Nothing tastes so well as what one keeps to oneself," said he, feeling quite content with his day's work. When he reached home, the mouse asked what name had been given to the child. "Half Gone," answered the cat. "Half Gone," cried the mouse. "I never heard such a name in my life. I bet it's not to be found in the calendar." I'm not sure I understand that. I want to learn more about what that is. I want to learn more. Okay, so what do calendars and names have to do with one another? Let us find out. Let us ask Google. Google does not know everything, but Google will help us. Okay. Let's see, 1 second. Oh, that's not right either. Sorry about that. I am professional. Good thing this isn't my profession. Okay, so I don't know. Did I even spell I didn't even spell calendar right. Creative maybe means that are calendar-based names. So I know about name days, but that's not the same thing. Name day calendar. Okay. Okay, one other thing that's I'm just gonna quickly check. Make sure that I sound okay. Is this the correct thing to do? Yep. Okay. So I don't fully understand. So is there like so is this a random name generator, or is this like culturally a thing? Okay, well, let's learn what a name day is, because I thought I knew what it is. A name day is a tradition in some countries in Europe, Latin America, and Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox countries in general. Okay, so we're thinking about Europe because we're thinking about the Grimm's fairy tales. We're likely thinking about Roman Catholic, but I'm not really sure. I don't think it would be Eastern Orthodox. It's similar to a birthday. Okay. Calendar of saints. Believers named after a saint would celebrate that saint's feast day. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. So like this cat's supposed, wait, is it niece or nephew? Something like this? What was it? I'm not really sure. I lost my train of thought, so I don't know what the relation is. So it's like, let's say it's niece or nephew was born on a certain day, and that day is maybe it's the day of a particular saint, and then maybe the mouse is wondering, you know, I've never heard of a saint called that, so so the phrase was, I'll bet it's not to be found in the calendar because it's so unique. Okay, I learned a little bit, but this would require some more time, some more thinking. I'm going to continue reading. So that was an interesting little thing to learn. Okay, so what was that? So here it says, "Half gone," cried the mouse. "I never heard such a name in my life. I'll bet it's not to be found in the calendar." Okay, so not a saint, something like that. Soon after that, the cat's mouth began to water again for the fat. "Good things always come in threes," said he to the mouse. Now we've heard that in a different story, actually, and I can't remember the name of it right now, in more than one. I wonder where that expression comes from, but I'm not going to look that up because I've been derailed already. "Again, I have been asked to stand godfather. The little one is quite black with white feet, and not any white hair on its body. Such a thing does not happen every day, so you will let me go, won't you?" "Top off, half gone," murmured the mouse. "They are such curious names. I cannot but wonder at them. That's because you are always sitting at home, said the cat, in your little gray frock and hairy tail, never seeing the world and fancying all sorts of things. That's not what the cat should do, because now the mouse is going to want to come. So the little mouse cleaned up the house and set it all in order. Meanwhile, the greedy cat went and made an end of the little pot of fat. Now all is finished and one's mind will be easy, said he, and came home in the evening quite sleek and comfortable. The mouse, if you've ever seen a cat that's eaten, they're full and they're happy and they're like, they'll lie down somewhere and they'll be all happy. Okay, so I do want to talk a little bit about what just happened. So maybe I'll save it till the end. The mouse asked what name had been given to the third child. It won't please you any better than the others, answered the cat. It's called All Gone. All Gone, cried the mouse. What an unheard of name. I never met with anything like it. All gone, whatever can it mean? And shaking her head, she curled herself round and went to sleep. After that, the cat was not asked again to stand godfather. When the winter had come and there was nothing more to be had out of doors, the mouse began to think of their store. Come, cat, said she, we will fetch our pot of fat. How good it will taste, to be sure. Of course it will, said the cat, just as good as if you stuck your tongue out of the window. Is that a reference to snow? Snow on the tongue or something, like snowflakes falling? I don't understand that reference. So they set out, and when they reached the place, they found the pot. Wait, that didn't make any sense. So they set out, and when they reached the place, grammar is difficult sometimes. So I would have put another comma in here by reflex because of the way people speak. So they set out, and when they reached the place, they found the pot, but it was standing empty. Oh, now I know what it all meant, cried the mouse. Now I see what sort of partner you have been. Instead of standing godfather, you have eaten it all up. First, top off, then half gone, then... Hold your tongue, screamed the cat. Another word, and I eat you too. And the poor little mouse, having all gone on her tongue, out it came, and the cat leaped upon her and made an end of her. And that is the way of the world. Wow, that's a third thing to think about. So first is they were essentially in love and kind of married. I mean, it's a cat and a mouse, so you can say that maybe they can't be married or something like that. So there's a bit of a lesson there, right? Different people. And then they're working together, but the cat betrays. And the thing is, it's a mouse, so it's not like the cat couldn't share, because it's a mouse, right? The mouse doesn't need a whole lot. And so it could be 3 meals for the cat and then 3 meals for the mouse, and that's good enough. And it's not like the cat's giving up that much. But there was something over here that caught my interest. So the cat insulted her and says that she never gets out at all. Maybe I should have just interrupted right away, and that would have been a lot easier. Yes. Okay, so the cat snuck off because of curiosity, and then greed and full betrayal, because finishing the last bit of fat meant that none could be shared anymore, for sure. Because even if the cat ate almost all of it and left some, that still would have been bad, but it wouldn't have been as bad as taking all of it on purpose. And here now all is finished, one's mind will be easy. That's not actually going to be true, because the cat felt good about the deception. So felt good about sneaking out, felt good about making up a lie, felt good about keeping the lie and building on it and making it stupid, making it a dumb lie and then getting away with it. So the cat kept doing it. And the cat ended up trading, well, you could say friendship, but love, because they moved together. So that's not marriage. And I guess it's because a cat and a mouse can't get married because they're not people, but also because they're too different, so they can't get married. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. But you can think something like that. But the cat traded the little game and the pot of lard, and then now they'll go hungry, which is for traded that pleasure to, and ended up sacrificing the relationship. So one's mind will be easy is wrong. Is just wrong. Okay. So maybe I'll try to make lessons out of these. There's lessons to be learned everywhere. Okay.